All right, let's see if this is going to work. Are we live yet? Let's see. Are we live yet? Let's see. Are we live? Can y'all hear me? Is we live? What's up, y'all? If y'all can hear me, let me know. What you're looking at right now is a startup draft that we just did after the first round. And now we're about to do a rookie draft here. So if y'all can hear me, let your boy know. We live, baby. As you're coming in, show some love, drop that like. Y'all know what we're about to do. About to do that rookie draft. I just need to change the settings and send the link out, baby. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. Loud and clear, baby. Here we go. Okay. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. We just had one incredible day. Okay. Trades. Bonanza. We've been thinking about landing spots for how long? And now we get to do a rookie draft. This is what we live for. You know what I'm saying? We should be so hyped right now. My eyes are red. You can see how red. I mean, I've been grinding, baby. That's because I love the game. We're about to be doing a rookie draft here. Okay. So if you haven't dropped a like, show some love. Drop that like button. And let me go ahead and set this bad boy up, okay? Let's see here. New mock draft. Yo, I'm tired too. I feel you, bro. I feel you. I feel you, dog. I'm tired. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Rookies only. I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, you probably can't. I'm changing it right now. Roster settings. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Update. Let's get it, baby. Okay. If you want to join today's mock draft, it's pretty simple. Join our Discord. The link is in the description. It's the first link in the description. I'm going to go ahead and send the link out now into our Discord. Link to join the rookie draft is here. Okay, here we go, baby. Here we go. Bang. Let's fill this bad boy up. Sorry to those who are going to miss out. It's going to happen. It's just the unfortunate reality. But I am sorry. All righty. What's up with this music? Come on, bro. That's better. All right. Huge love. Drop a like on your way in.
You like that? You like that?
A little bit of like fatigue, but I appreciate the love. I appreciate the likes as you hop in. But we're going to go ahead and do this bad boy. I didn't even get a spot. So I forgot to. This is how long the day's been. I forgot to even click a spot. So I'm going to be watching and commentating as we go. Now, here's the deal. We have some landing spots. We don't have the other landing spots, but based off of what happened in the first round, we are now going to make some selections. So, you know, feel free to either don't comment out, don't back out. Backinated too, it's fine. Don't back out. You're good. But I appreciate the like, hey, I got you, bro. I'll back out. I appreciate that. But this is going to be fun. So we know a lot of the landing spots. We don't know other ones. So we don't know any running back landing spots. But this is going to be interesting. Oh, oops. So let's go ahead. Take as much time as you want. So you can either take as much time as you want. You can make the pick. But, I mean, where is Malik Willis going to go now? Without knowing his landing spot, obviously tomorrow we'll have a lot more information. To be honest, because tomorrow's the second and third round, so we'll probably see like 4 quarterbacks go off the board. But yeah, man, one hell of a night, wasn't it? Insane. Okay, so Breece Hall is still the 101. We don't know his landing spot yet, but we're betting on the talent, so I can respect that. Let's see what we do with the 102. Now that we know some of these landing spots, you know, I really feel like the top 6 guys, you can draft them wherever you feel like they're going to have the best rookie season. Because after their rookie season, they will either be more valuable, less easy to trade for, or less valuable, which is easier to trade for them. So you have to decide that for yourself. Guys like Jamison, Treylon, Olave, Wilson, London, you kind of have to make that decision. Treylon Burks is now the 102. I loved his landing spot in Tennessee. I don't think it's wrong to go Treylon or to go Drake London here. I'm not going to say either of those are the wrong decision. What do you guys think? Who should be the 102? Who should be the first wide receiver drafted? I would love to hear your thoughts. And then we see Garrett Wilson off the board at the 1-3. So he lands in New York. Wow. And then Kenny Pickett at the 1-4. I think this makes a lot of sense. This is a really, really good landing spot for him to fall to. Probably the most ideal landing spot for any of these quarterbacks to have fallen to. I do need to change it to linear. That's my bad. Good catch there. Good catch there. Drake London at the 1-5. That feels like really good value as well. I mean, I would say London and Burks, if we look at all the wide receivers who were drafted today, you guys agree or disagree? Let me know. Maybe Olave's in the category too, but Burks and London feel like they are going to get the most opportunity from day one. So, you know, I don't think it's crazy to take them anywhere in the top 4 or 5 picks. What's up, MP? Said, can someone tell me what the hell happened today? The whole NFL is dismantling. It's crazy, man. And absolutely insane. Chris says the first wide receiver to draft would be the best quarterback throwing to him. You can make a debate on who that is. Hey. Gator says, surprised nobody traded into the end of the first to get Willis with that 5th-year option. Yeah, to me, it speaks more about how little they view this quarterback class. Is that crazy to say? I don't know. There goes Kenneth Walker off the board again. We don't know his landing spot, but you're betting on the talent, and I can respect that. And then Chris Olave. Olave at the 1-8 feels like such good value. I mean, that just feels like such a good pick there. Honestly, it does. Maybe the 1-8 is a really good pick to have in this year's draft. Hey, guys, if you are just joining or you haven't dropped a like yet, would mean a ton.
You like that? You like that?
If you could show your boy some love and drop a like. 41 people watching. Let's see what we can do, baby. Let's see what we can do.
Wow.
There goes Malik Willis at the 110. That's probably really good value at this point. I mean, we just have to find out if he's going to land in a spot that's going to be desirable for fantasy. Did anyone out there think that Malik Willis would have not been drafted by now in the first round? I didn't hear anyone say that. That's insane. Danny Fox says, could be a stupid take, but Auden Tate could have value if Atlanta going with the tower attack. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta goes wide receiver in the 2nd round as well. There goes George Pickens at the 111. I feel pretty good about George Pickens. I still feel good about him. Still feel good about drafting him. But most of these people who have been drafted now have had their landing spots. So Brees, except for Brees and Kenneth, but Burks is in Tennessee. Wilson is in New York with the Jets. Pickett is a Steeler. London, Atlanta, Jameson, Detroit. I actually don't hate that landing spot as much as other people do. We've already seen Jared Goff create multiple top 12 wide receivers on multiple occasions. So I don't hate that spot, to be honest. He didn't look stoked to be in Detroit, though, did he? Kenneth Walker. Then we have Olave to the Saints. I loved that spot for him. Jahan Dotson. I did not love this spot. If you guys were watching live on Twitch with us, I was very disappointed that we traded back because I don't love the value that we got, and then I feel like we dropped a tier of talent. Malik Willis at the 110, then Pickens and Sky Moore go off the board. Yep, Sky Moore and Pickens still feel like pretty good values there where you guys got them. Where could Pickens go? Let's have a look at this. Pickens and Sky Moore. Let's think about this together. Okay. Take your time here, Team One. I'll pause it if we get too far. But where could Pickens and Sky Moore go? George Pickens, Minnesota. I don't think that's crazy to say. Did Houston? Houston didn't go wide receiver. I thought that they could have gone wide receiver. But Houston isn't out of the question because they went offensive line along with Derek Stingley. So don't rule out Houston. Wow. I'll just pause the draft real quick. Let's think about this. Oops. Oh no, what did I just do? Okay. All right, so the Jets, they didn't go wide receiver, did they? Yes, they did. Garrett Wilson, I'm an idiot. The Bears feel like a prime spot for Pickens. A really prime spot for him. Atlanta's, and then Indianapolis definitely could make sense. So there's still some really good landing spots out there, guys. Still some really good landing spots. 47 people watching. Thanks, guys, for joining me. We're doing this rookie draft right after the first round. We did a Dynasty startup draft. That's on the channel as well. Subscribe if you like Dynasty. And show me some love and drop a like if you don't mind. I'm grinding late night with you guys. Doing some mock drafts. Desmond Ridder at the 2-1. Man, where could Desmond Ridder go tomorrow? I feel like these quarterbacks are just going to keep falling. Minnesota and Tennessee feel like quarterback options to me. Maybe Atlanta? Maybe Seattle? After that, I mean, it's hard to find a team in the second round that wants to maybe make that move. Christian Watson at the 2-2. Wow. Then Matt Corral off the board. Washington keeps talking about Matt Corral. What is Washington's next pick here in the second round? Okay, so they have this 47th pick. So maybe Matt Corral could be the pick there for them. Isaiah Spiller at the 2-4. Hey, if anything today with the running backs, it just confirms what I've already thought, which was that this is a pretty weak running back class. But Spiller at the 2-4, I don't think that's crazy at that point. I think that's probably a decent, spot to take a chance on him. Then Trey McBride at the 2-5. I still do like McBride's value. Although, would I take Sam Howell over him? I don't know, man. We could see McBride early in the second round tomorrow. Yeah, I understand that they took Kellen Mond. I'm just not sure that they're really excited about Kellen Mond. And if Malik Willis is there, I think I personally would not second think it. Mond's got nowhere near the arm talent of Malik. But they could definitely pass. MP says, Mother of God, my boy Marky Mark about to get even more targets. I love it. I thought maybe quarterback in the first, that was the Steelers because they don't wait around. Daniel says, what do you think of the possibility of the Falcons drafting Willis? I definitely think it's a possibility. I thought for sure he would be gone in the first round, but now he only has to make it to 11. And the only teams who are really worried about taking a quarterback are the Seahawks. Again, I keep saying Vikings, Titans, maybe they'll do it, but they're more wild cards. So I think it's a very realistic possibility that Malik goes to Atlanta. I wouldn't rule it out. Jay Stump says, I have the 5th and 7th pick in my one quarterback rookie draft. What the hell do I do? My best wide receiver on my team is Tony. Then I would say go for one of these wide receivers. You said you have your 5th and 7th pick. Probably Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall are off the board at that point, man. So you would still have pretty good picks between like maybe Jameson Williams, Olave, Pickens, Sky Moore, some of these guys. That's the way that I would probably lean personally. Daniel says, I have a feeling the Packers trade up for Pickens. They could do that. Chris says, look, these and are not first round NFL talents, and the NFL told us that. So you got to be careful drafting them high in your fantasy drafts. I can understand that. Brees to Houston. Yeah, Brees could definitely go to Houston. Pick 37 maybe. Wow. That could be interesting. There goes Sam Howell off the board. By the way, guys, 42 people watching. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me late night, grinding on the Dynasty mock drafts. Go ahead and pop a like there if you don't mind. Show your boy some love. Gator says, doesn't Seattle need receivers, especially if Lockett or Metcalf get traded? I think only if they get traded, they would need wide receivers. So there would have to be a trade, you know. Christopher Simmons says, best wide receiver will be the ones that land with KC or Green Bay. Stitch says, Vikings took Kellen Mond. Oh, yeah, we talked about that. Would be cool to see Willis throw to Justin Jefferson. That would be really fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, Cousins is a good quarterback. I'm not saying Cousins is not a good quarterback, by the way. I'm not saying Cousins isn't a good quarterback. But he doesn't have the upside of Malik Willis. And I think if I'm Minnesota's ownership, you got a new head coach. I know you just signed Kirk to an extension, but you can get out of it. And I don't think anyone can really sit here and say, you know what? The Vikings have a chance to go to the Super Bowl in Kirk Cousins' window, right? I mean, none of us can really sit here and say, yes, for sure, Kirk Cousins is going to lead the Vikings anywhere close to a Super Bowl. I just don't think that GM, that management would really think that that's a possibility. So I don't think it's crazy for them to take a quarterback. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities. So agree to disagree. That's okay. N'Kobe Dean is still out there too. That's very true. Hey, thank you, Miles. Thanks for the subscribe, Miles. Appreciate you, brother, man. Matthew says, who is your wide receiver one in the class after round one? So I think it's an interesting question because, again, I think as far as talents goes, I still think Jameson Williams is my favorite talent. But where I would draft people is going to be different because the landing spots do matter, because in a year from now, certain players will be more valuable based off of their opportunities and their situation around them. So at the moment, I would say probably your safest bets are going to be your Drake London, your Burks, Olave, Garrett Wilson. But I am also not afraid to draft Jameson Williams. I think he's the most talented player. But I also think we have to consider in rookie drafts that certain players will be less valuable because of their situation. So, yeah. So there goes Hal, as well as David Bell, John Mechie. John Mechie's a name we could definitely hear in the second round. I mean, let's be honest. John Mechie could probably be... he could be a Packer. He could be not a Cardinal anymore because they already figured that out. He could be a Bill. I mean, he could be a Falcon. I mean, maybe they double dip on wide receiver. He could also be a Chief. So don't be surprised by John Mechie getting in a good spot. Carson Strong, probably too early. Let's be honest. Yeah, Gator knows that it's a little bit too early. Then Rachaad White goes off the board. Cousins has a higher floor than Willis. No one's saying that he doesn't. I think that's pretty obvious at this point, but he definitely doesn't have a higher upside than Malik Willis. Can we all agree there? Golf says, I'm slightly surprised we didn't see Sky taken today. To be honest, I didn't really expect Sky Moore to go in the first round. I always expected him to be second round. I was more surprised that Pickens didn't go in the first round, but I still think that there's landing spots for both of them that are still good enough for me to have hope at this point. Miles says, based on this mock, would you trade the 109 and 206 for 106? I think, to be honest, Miles, I would hold off until tomorrow because there's still talents like George Pickens and Sky Moore and Malik Willis and Ritter and Watson. There's still all these talented guys, and we need to find out what their landing spots are first. I will say the 206 is, regardless of landing spots, it's probably going to be a tier drop off of talent. Do you know what I mean? I mean, James Cook, Bell, Mechie, Rashad White, Pierce, these are all guys that are in a tier below everyone that went before them. So I guess I might consider that, to be honest. I might consider that. It might be an overpay, though. The 109 you said, and the 206. I think that's a little bit of an overpay for the 106. Yeah, it's an overpay, but it does take you into a tier, a guaranteed tier. I think right now I'm holding, though. I think I would hold, and let's see what the landing spots are tomorrow. Just catching up here. Golf says, are you worried about Amon-Ra, or is he a good complement for Jameson? I actually feel like they're really good complementary pieces to each other. What do you guys think about that? I think that's a really good question, Golf, but I feel like Jameson and Amon-Ra are very different players. Amon-Ra is not a speedy guy who's going to burn the defense by any means. He really operates well in the middle of the field. So I think it's actually quite smart for this Lions team to have Jameson as that complementary piece. So yeah, I don't think it's bad for Amon-Ra or Jameson. Chris says true on Willis, besides the fact that he is not on the NFL roster yet, for sure. Willis to back up Murray in Arizona? Maybe. Noah says, I have the 107 in the Superflex League. Who should I try and take? I have depth at wide receiver and have more need for a running back. Well, to be honest, Noah, in rookie drafts, you probably want to take the most valuable player at the 107. And I have been a big advocate of saying Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall are the only running backs I am taking in the first round of rookie drafts. And I don't think either of those guys are really going to be there at the 107. I could be wrong. But the reason that you still go best player available, Noah, is because think about it. In a year from now, let's say you have Chris Olave, for example, at the 107. Because, again, I don't think Kenneth Walker is going to be there at the 107. Maybe he is and you take him. But if there is Walker and Breece both off the board at that point, you take the best wide receiver available, because in a year from now, that wide receiver is going to be more valuable than one of these average running backs, and you have more trade value. So I would still stand behind that. All right, we see Damian Pierce, John Ross, Kyron Williams, Wan'Dale Robinson. I mean, let's be honest, we're kind of all just drafting now because we don't really know the landing spots, but I'm going to keep answering the questions in the chat. Chris says, if these teams that needed quarterback would have taken them in the first, let that sink in. They don't want them. Or maybe they just know how the rest of the league feels about them. It's a two-sided coin maybe, but I get where you're coming from. Christopher Simmons says, offered 2023 third for Visca. What do you think? For Laviska Shenault? I think that's a wash, to be honest. I think it's a wash. So if you believe in Visca, go for it. Golf says, Walker may fall to you. He might. Gavin says, would you trade Carter for either Tony and the 209 or Corey Davis 111 and 23 second? That's a lot to digest. Would I trade Michael Carter for Tony and the 209 or Corey Davis in the 111? Ooh, my mind is kind of... I mean, Corey Davis and the 111 and a 23 second feels like a big steal for me compared to Carter. What do you guys think? I mean, also, let's keep in mind that Breece Hall could still be drafted by the Jets tomorrow. So it's not even that I like Corey Davis, but I think there's way too much value on that side of the trade to pass up. That 2023 second could be worth more than Michael Carter next year. So, Gavin, I would take the Corey Davis 111 and 23 second side. Chris says, Noah, grab someone who another one wants and trade them for a running back later. Yep, that's a good idea. Gator says, two of the other players I was thinking with my last pick was Shakir or Damian Pierce. Thoughts? Or would that be too early as well? I don't think it would have been too early. Again, landing spots are more important for running backs than any other position, except for quarterback. But like, for example, wide receivers can still shine because there's so many wide receivers on the field at one time. But running backs, you really have to find a good landing spot. Chris R says Watson to Green Bay and Pickens to Kansas City. That would be fun. Jonah, what's up? I don't think we've seen you on the stream before, so welcome, brother. Who do you think the Bucks take at the 201 tomorrow? Yeah, the Bucks are interesting. I mean, who's available now? Let's see, who's not been drafted? I think Nakobe Dean is definitely a possibility. Bernard Ryman, Jaquan Brisker. Don't rule out Breece Hall or one of these running backs. Andrew Booth, I thought he was a first-round talent. Travis Jones, some people see him as a first-round talent. Trey McBride, don't rule out Trey McBride. I think all those guys are possibilities. Tarbosh says 111 is good. Yep, I agree. Chris says I like Tony though. Dude can ball. I love Tony as well, you know, for sure. But I don't know. I just think there's more value on the side of the Corey Davis, the 111 and the 23 second. More long-term value. Josh, what's up? He says, would you trade Tua, Pittman, and Dobbins for Lance? Tua, Pittman, and Dobbins. Are these rookie picks that you're saying? The 209, 303? If those are rookie picks, then absolutely not. There's no way I'm moving Tua, Pittman, and Dobbins for Trey Lance and a bunch of no-name rookie picks. You know, the 209 to the 303, these are guys that you're just taking shots on. Some of them might be in good landing spots, but some of these running backs might not even get a chance. So, no, I think there's way too much guarantee on the Tua, Pittman, and Dobbins side for me. Yep, I agree, Dion. You should definitely hold off on trades till tomorrow unless it's a risk reward that you like. Yep, Dean or Hall definitely in contention there. I agree. Hey guys, 43 people watching. We are grinding the Dynasty late night content. If you have yet to drop a like, show your boy some love and drop a like for me. I've been talking for 6 hours straight. I've been talking for 6 hours straight. Show your boy some love. Drop a like if you don't mind. Jelani Woods is definitely an interesting name that we should watch for. Man, there are still so many running backs. I think we're going to see a lot of these running backs guys are going to go in the 4th, 5th rounds. So, you know, don't be surprised by that. Don't be surprised by the running backs going really late this year. Yes, we did do the draft too, Chris. We did it on Twitch. And then our Twitch account got suspended because we were showing the actual stream. So our account is suspended. So we need to try and unsuspend our account over there on Twitch. Oh my gosh. Our account got terminated? Damn, we're going to have to figure out how to get that account back. Well, we definitely can't show any more draft content on Twitch. GG's, we just got terminated. The Terminator. But we'll have to figure out how to get that back. Yeah, they just terminated our ass just like that. All right, let's make these picks here, guys. Josh says, that's where I was leaning, but I'm intrigued by Lance and was curious if you would chase him. I definitely am intrigued by Lance too, but I just don't think he should cost that much at this point, you know? Nathan said I got the first 7 picks right tonight and picks 8 and 10 flipped. Oh, so close. Chris says my buddies and me get that all the time for copyright on the music we mix. You'll be okay. So how do we appeal that then? Is there just like, do you just appeal it or whatever and normally it's fine? But yeah, guys, I am planning on doing what I did today after every day of the draft. I'm going to grind my ass off for you guys. So, after every draft day, I'm going to be giving you a startup mock draft and a rookie mock draft. So, make sure you subscribe. Come hang out. I'm going to be grinding, boys. I'm already tired, but I live for this. All right, so say I misinterpreted the rules. Okay. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we've not been suspended for anything yet. So this is the first time. All right, that is the draft. I can't really speak much more about these guys than what we've already said because let's be honest, draft spots, landing spots are going to be super, super important for them. So that was really fun, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Josh says, that's why you and Badaki are one of my favorites to watch. Just got to get into one of those mocks at some point. Yeah, guys, make sure that you join our Discord if you want to be a part of the mock drafts. I know that they fill up quick, but you can still get your chance. Thanks, guys, for helping us build the channel, helping us grow. Appreciate it. Chris says, just follow the instructions, and if they won't let you make a new account, my buddy does the stream, so not totally sure. No worries. It was a fun night. It really was, TD. I agree, Dante. Amon-Ra's stocks are down slightly. I think not too much, but slightly. But if you haven't dropped a like, show some love on your way out and drop a like for your boy. But guys, huge love. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll be doing some more mock drafts tomorrow. Round 2, round 3, baby. We're going to see a lot of quarterbacks, a lot of running backs off the board. So we'll see you then. All love.